7 Best Football Bromances from Messi and Suarez to Lampard and Terry. Imagine playing football for a living, living out the dreams of millions, and becoming a hero to people all across the globe. Now, imagine doing all that with your best mate by your side. These lucky lads have done exactly that, forming some of football's biggest and cutest bromances while performing at the highest level. Some of these bezies have been mates since childhood, others have grown close throughout the course of their careers. But one thing's for sure, they look like they're having the time of their lives. Here are 7 of football's biggest ever bromances. We'll start with these 2, because their bromance is arguably the worst kept secret in the Premier League. Mason Mount and Declan Rice first met in 2006 in the Chelsea Academy, when they were both just 7 years old. They instantly grew close, and their families even holidayed together before Rice was released by the club in 2014. Despite their tragic separation, they've spent plenty of time in each other's company since. The two still holiday together. A hilarious clip of Mount waking Rice on a boat went viral in 2019 and have linked up on international duty too. Both players are now an integral part of the England setup and are 2 of the first names on Gareth Southgate's team sheet. Will they be linking up again for Chelsea in the near future? Only time will tell. Which of these football bromances do you think is the strongest? Let us know in the comments section below. Despite his larger-than-life on-field persona, Cristiano Ronaldo is actually quite a private person off it. He tends to be quite family-oriented and appears to treat his teammates like colleagues rather than friends. But one player he grew particularly close to was Marcelo. The two linked up seamlessly on Real Madrid's left-hand side for years, winning 4 Champions League titles and 2 La Liga titles before the Portugal international left for Juventus in 2018. Reports even suggested the full-back was the only one Ronaldo felt he could truly trust. It's no surprise that the Italian club were linked with a move for Marcelo that same summer. Perhaps part of Ronaldo's agreement was that he could bring his best mate with him? However, the Brazilian eventually opted to stay in Madrid, sadly bringing the bromance to an end. John Terry and Frank Lampard formed the backbone of Chelsea's rise from Champions League hopefuls to a European powerhouse during the mid-00s. The two became mates when Lampard joined the Blues from West Ham United in 2001 and grew even closer as they guided the club to multiple Premier League titles, FA Cups and of course, the Champions League title in 2012. What made their bond all the more special was that they were both at Stamford Bridge before the money and ended up sharing a pitch for 13 years, all the while remaining at the forefront of every achievement. Lampard became Chelsea's all-time top goal scorer, while Terry became the most successful captain in Premier League history. Not bad for 2 lads from East London. The 2 Arsenal forwards strike a pretty good connection on the pitch, but that's nothing compared to their connection off it. When Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang joined the Gunners from Dortmund in January 2018, one might have thought Alexander Lacazette's days in the first team were numbered. In actual fact, the Gabonese striker was brought in to be a partner in crime for the Frenchman, and that's exactly what they became. The duo even have their own celebration together. Aubameyang remembers, "I came to Arsenal and there he was. It was good to see him. It was love at first sight." Lionel Messi and Luis Suarez have struck up such a close a bond that their wives are best friends too. Having been foes in the Copa America for years, the duo joined forces when Suarez moved to Barcelona in 2014. During the Uruguayan's first season at the club, the Catalans won a famous treble, with Messi and Suarez netting a maddening 83 goals between them. The two would terrify defenders together for another 5 seasons before Suarez's unexpected departure in 2020, which was enough to make Messi question his own future at the club and led to him expressing a desire to leave. The Argentine ended up staying, but the betrayal of his best friend meant the relationship he had with his club was never quite the same again. Despite being 5 years apart, Jesse Lingard and Marcus Rashford have struck up quite the bond. Lingard likens Rashford to his little brother, and the two have been close ever since the latter broke into the Manchester United first team back in 2016. From giving each other hilarious nicknames to doing extraordinary dances on the pitch, the duo have provided us with some memorable bromance moments. Okay, we're being a little cheeky with this entry, but no one can deny the close relationship that Niko Kranjcar has with Harry Redknapp. The Croatian was bought by Redknapp no less than 3 times in his career. Kranjcar signed for Redknapp's Portsmouth in 2006 before following him to Tottenham Hotspur 2 years later. After flirting with the England job, Redknapp was sacked by Spurs in 2012, at which point Kranjcar immediately left for Dynamo Kyiv. But when the Englishman was hired by Queen's Park Rangers 6 months later, Guess who he decided to bring in on a short-term loan? That's right, Niko Kranjcar. The Redknapp-Kranjcar bromance is unequivocally one of the greatest bromances in the history of the game.